Have you ever wondered if there's a spiritual formula for success, something quietly used by those who seem to attract opportunity, wealth, and ease without chaos? What if that formula wasn't locked in some ancient manuscript or hidden from the world, but was right there in the Quran, and barely anyone talks about it? There's a powerful, overlooked dua made by Prophet Musa, Moses, in a moment of complete desperation. It wasn't a loud request for riches or status. It was humble, sincere, and quietly magnetic. This one verse holds the key to unlocking not just financial success, but emotional clarity, divine connection, and purpose. Many don't realize how closely this mindset aligns with what some of the world's wealthiest individuals practice daily, intentionally or not. In this video, we'll break down this secret dua, explore its deep meaning, and show you how to bring it into your own life for lasting impact. First, Quranic Source. The dua mentioned in the video originates from Surah Al-Qasas, verse 24, where Prophet Musa, Moses, finds himself in a state of utter desperation. After fleeing from Egypt and arriving in a new land with no food, shelter, or companionship, he performs an act of kindness by helping two women water their flock. He then retreats to the shade of a tree and sincerely utters, "Rabbi inni lima anzalta, ilayya min khairin fakir." This moment captures a powerful intersection between action and prayer. Despite his exhaustion and fear, Prophet Musa doesn't complain. He turns directly to Allah, acknowledging his utter dependence on whatever good his Lord may provide. This verse isn't just a supplication, it's a profound expression of trust and vulnerability. The Quran records this moment not just as history, but as guidance. The fact that Allah responded to this prayer immediately by sending him safety, companionship, and eventually a new mission shows the potency of this dua when made from the heart. Unlike common prayers for wealth or success, this verse emphasizes the readiness to receive and the humility to admit need. It invites us to pause, recognize our limitations, and open ourselves to the unseen forms of provision that only Allah can orchestrate. 2. Arabic and translation. The Arabic phrase, "Rabbi inni lima anzalta ilayya min khairin fakir," is rich in meaning, and each word carries deep spiritual weight. Translated simply, it means, "O my Lord, indeed I am in desperate need of whatever good you send down to me." However, beneath the simplicity lies a powerful message of dependence, trust, and hope. The word Rabbi, my Lord, establishes a personal and intimate connection with Allah. It is not a distant plea, but a heartfelt call to a Lord who is close and responsive. The phrase "Inni lima anzalta" means, "I am truly in need of whatever you send down," highlighting not only the desperation of the speaker, but also a complete surrender to divine will. It implies that the speaker isn't asking for anything specific, wealth, food, success, but is open to receiving any form of goodness that Allah chooses to send. The use of the word khair, good, makes the dua timeless and universal. It acknowledges that Allah knows what is best, even if we don't. And fakir, in need, reflects spiritual and physical poverty, not in a negative sense, but as a humble admission that all good ultimately comes from the Creator. It's this honesty that makes the dua so spiritually magnetic. Third, hidden power. What makes this dua particularly powerful is how often it goes unnoticed by many, even those who regularly read the Quran. Unlike the well-known verses on wealth or sustenance, this supplication is tucked within a moment of personal crisis for Prophet Musa, and yet it holds immense spiritual and practical value. Its simplicity allows it to be easily memorized, but its depth is often overlooked, That's why only a few people truly understand and use it with the full awareness of its potential. The hidden strength of this dua lies in its balance between humility and hope. It's not a loud cry for riches or success, but a quiet, dignified acknowledgement of one's dependence on divine mercy. It invites the believer to ask not just for material blessings, but for any form of good that Allah deems appropriate, be it emotional relief, guidance, opportunity, or strength during hardship. This openness makes it a universal prayer that applies to all situations in life. Those who consistently practice it often discover that it aligns their mindset with gratitude and receptivity. By focusing on goodness rather than specifics, the heart becomes less anxious and more trusting. That shift is powerful, and for many, life-changing. That's what makes it a secret worth sharing. Fourth, inner state. At the core of this dua is a deep inner state of humility and surrender, two qualities that unlock spiritual abundance. When Prophet Musa recited this supplication, he wasn't just asking with words. His entire being was aligned in a posture of need, trust, and readiness. That is what gives the prayer its unique force. It's not just about reciting beautiful words, it's about the heart's position when those words are spoken. True humility in dua means recognizing that we have no control over the outcomes, that our strength is limited, and that we are utterly dependent on the mercy and wisdom of Allah. This is difficult in a world that constantly emphasizes self-reliance and control. Yet, this dua flips that narrative. It teaches that surrendering to Allah is not weakness, it's the highest form of strength, because it invites divine support. Surrender in this context doesn't mean passivity. It means doing your part with sincerity, then letting go of the outcome, trusting that whatever good Allah sends, whether visible or hidden, is exactly what you need. When your heart reaches this state of quiet submission, your dua carries a special weight. That's when unseen doors begin to open, not by force, but by divine will. 5. Mindset of the wealthy. Many high achievers and wealthy individuals, even if unknowingly, operate with a mindset that mirrors the essence of this dua, a deep recognition that success isn't entirely in their hands. While they may not explicitly recite the verse, their attitudes reflect a spiritual truth, acknowledging the need for help beyond their own efforts. This attitude of seeking, openness, and inner humility aligns perfectly with the core of Rabbi Inni Lima Anzalta Ilayya Min Khairin Fakir. What separates billionaires who build lasting legacies from those who burn out is often not just strategy or intelligence, but a deep awareness of their limitations and the importance of grace. Whether they call it intuition, timing, or divine favor, many of them recognize that key breakthroughs often come from unexpected places, much like divine provision. This dua cultivates the same mindset, readiness to receive good from any source Allah chooses. It nurtures the character trait of tawakkul, trust in God, without denying personal responsibility. For believers, this is the perfect blend, working diligently while relying fully on divine timing and wisdom. Embracing this mindset isn't just spiritual, it's a powerful foundation for sustainable success, growth, and peace in the often chaotic world of ambition and wealth. 6. Spiritual magnet. This dua functions as a spiritual magnet because it aligns the heart with the very nature of divine generosity. Unlike prayers that focus solely on specific outcomes, like wealth, promotion, or success, this supplication is wide open, making it incredibly powerful. By asking for any good that Allah chooses to send, the believer steps into a space of complete trust. That openness creates a fertile ground for blessings to flow, often in ways that are unexpected yet perfectly timed. Spiritually, when a person lets go of rigid expectations and instead turns their heart toward Allah with sincerity and need, it creates a deep connection. That connection attracts not just material help, but also internal peace, emotional healing, and clarity. These are the unseen treasures that often precede visible success. They set the stage for sustained progress and meaningful breakthroughs. Furthermore, this dua cultivates a sense of spiritual readiness. It's as if the soul is saying, "I may not know what's best for me, but I trust you to send it." That level of surrender becomes a force of attraction, drawing goodness from directions the person never imagined. In a world obsessed with control and planning, this kind of surrender becomes a quiet superpower, subtle yet incredibly effective. 7. Daily practice. Reciting this dua daily isn't just about repetition. It's about forming a deep spiritual habit that gradually reshapes your inner world. When a person consistently turns to Allah with this verse, they begin to cultivate awareness of their dependency and create a space in their heart that's always open to receiving divine goodness. This regular practice helps to ground the believer in both humility and hope, two essential ingredients for lasting success and inner peace. Over time, the consistent remembrance of this dua softens the heart and sharpens one's perspective. It shifts focus away from anxiety and scarcity and toward trust and gratitude. You begin to see challenges as opportunities for divine intervention and blessings as signs of Allah's nearness. This change in perception has a profound effect, not just spiritually, but mentally and emotionally as well. Moreover, daily reflection on this dua builds resilience. In moments of uncertainty, it becomes an anchor, a reminder that help can come at any moment, from any direction, and in any form. That kind of mindset empowers the believer to keep striving without despair. It's not magic, it's spiritual psychology at work, slowly reprogramming the heart to expect good, rely on the unseen, and live with a quiet but unwavering faith. This powerful dua reminds us that true success starts with surrender, opening our hearts to whatever goodness Allah has planned for us. By making this your daily practice, you invite barakah, clarity, and opportunity into your life in ways you never imagined. If this message touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Inner Deen for more spiritual wisdom rooted in the Quran and Sunnah. Let's end with a beautiful prayer. Ya Allah, bless me with what is best for my dunya and akhirah. Comment this below if you're ready to receive divine goodness.